Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 here on RawSlowGaming. And yeah, we're still in the Drylands and we're now pretty stable in cash, I would say. For sure, we're running a pretty good profit, 2 million per year, or well, more as this year since we are investing. So around 3 to 4 or 5 million per year or per period, since you do change the time can change the time here in the game. We have it set to 1/4 of the time, of course, and the chart there isn't that interesting. This chart is more interesting. So the value of the company here is up to 60 million almost, and we're having a bit of a bank balance, which of course is something we didn't have the first 25 years or so. Looking at the lines, I would think that pretty much all are doing quite good money. Some of our boats is not doing that great, but that's understandable. Bygdio to Brunflo is the new line, right? Yeah, exactly. That's the new line that we set up last episode. I haven't had time to settle in, so that will of course be better. Särna to Malmköping. What are you actually? No, Särna to Malmö. All right, so yeah, that doesn't run that often and it's not really filled, so that's fine. It's fine that we have a lot that, or a couple that aren't really making that much money, because we have several that is making a lot of money, like Särna to Brunflo and the oil supply, for example, that are making a cold million or more, and also Falköping Bucky is making good money. Well, that where we were making money. I'm thinking about where we're doing, could be doing better food production. We're doing all right, but I wonder what train we're running there. So a Russian class GV, what trains are we having available? I think that we doesn't really have anything that is better. Unfortunately, not for freight at least. We do have the PV, but we can't run freight really that much better, I guess. The power is quite a lot better, to be honest, though. So it could be a reason to upgrade to the PV instead of the GV. So let's actually do that. What are you topping? You're topping 50. So it doesn't. Yeah, I do think that the. Let's see here. Replace. The wagons is not able to go faster. Yeah, the box cars. We need a new box cars that are able to go faster for it to be a real reason to upgrade the trainer. So we'll skip that for now. Maybe once we hit the new year, so can do something about that. And let's actually sort of skip ahead to the new year, but let's put us somewhere interesting on this train here towards Bygdio. Could be quite interesting. So let's put us there. We should maybe have had it at a higher speed, but let's not, and let's sort of enjoy the ride here down to Bygdio while we're waiting for the new year and see if we can top out this train. I do think this is the PV, so it should top out at 64 if we're having the wagons that can reach that speed. I do think that we have, but I'm not too sure as always. And I really enjoyed that you enjoyed the last episode. Got quite a few views at least, so that's always nice to see that you're actually watching and picking up a series that is, or a new series that actually is being watched. It's all nice and fun actually, so thank you very much for that. And yeah, are you playing the game yourself, or what's your relationship to the game? I have played all of the games before this one, so Transport Fever and Railroad Fever. No, not Railroad. What was the game before it? Train Fever. I don't remember if they did 2 Train Fevers also before that, so I don't know if this is the 3rd or 4th game, but the basics have been the same all through the games, but I really have enjoyed it. I think I played the first one or the second one a lot actually, but then sort of just didn't play it, but yeah, definitely coming back to this game. It's been developed quite heavily since that first game, with very much the same feel, but overall I think this game is pretty darn awesome, and coming from OpenTTD and Railroad Tycoon and all those sort of games in my youth, so this is really up my alley, and as you know, we're playing it raw and slow and nice, so quite a view here out to the steppe or the lowlands after that tunnel. We're now heading into Big Dio, I guess, and we are going to cross our goods hub or goods transport. So we are having our what are we running here? Wood, I believe. Or we crossed under it. I built a tunnel under everything, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder also if we're getting the new year notification if in this mode. I don't know. And speaking of not knowing, guys, if you're watching this and are enjoying what we are doing right now, just having a little scenic tour of one of our lines, sort of one step or one leg of the journey on one of our lines. Do write that in the comments if you want to see more like this, and if you want to see less like this, also write that also in the comments. Now that road doesn't seem to go anywhere really, and a little bit of an ugly jacked turn, so to say, or jacked terrain, but yeah, pretty interesting entry to the station, and northbound here looks pretty darn horrendous actually, and pretty darn steep for the trains, but I kind of like it still. After all, I feel like you should play the game a little bit with the times, so to say. So we're before the 1900, and of course I don't know how they built railroads back then, but I feel like if it were a slope, then well, you're going to have a bit of a slope at least. Sure, you can dig down a bit, but not super much, and tunnels and things like that shouldn't really have been super much back in that time, I would think at least, but I could be wrong, of course. But yeah, so we're not really hitting the middle of Big Dio, but that's also something that we're doing. We're really building the stations where they are making sense. Did I time that now? We passed the year, so unfortunately nothing that great available to us here. The Russian Class F, a very funny looking train, so to say, but other than that, nothing special. But yeah, exactly, we came out just after the wood station. We got a bit more money, but nothing really to note, so I guess we are continuing here to Brunflo, and I think we were thinking about hitting Halmstad, Storbacken on the way, and then coming from the top here into Brunflo for completing this part of the map, so to say, for the main passenger passage, so to say. Not really sure why we are hitting the outmost track here. I feel like that's not the correct way to do it. I feel like we should be hitting the inner. Yeah, the closest one to the town, I feel like, would be the correct one to hit. Yeah, let's not think about that. Are we having any people waiting here? Yeah, they are coming to the right platform, so we don't need to worry about that at least. Oh, sorry for that zoom action. And yeah, I think we fixed the roads here a little bit for you, because there seems to be a little bit funny, actually. So let's do a level crossing here, and let's actually place in the station here first for Halmstad. So I think we are still backing. Yeah, we really want to come in here at an angle and do something smart. So we want a building. We want, how much track do we want? So we're obviously going to dual track it, so we need 2 for that at least. I don't really see us going anywhere else, but we'll have a third track. Just have it, really. And now the question is again, how do we rotate this? Because I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Really can't find that button. Makes me kind of crazy. Oh well, I guess we were doing like that last time around. Only shift for getting around, as that worked out really quite well for us. So something like that. I think this will look nice and work good for us. Something like that. Right, so tracks, how bad is that? Not so bad, so I think we can make that work. I think we just a little bit of as straight rails as possible here. I don't know if that's so straight though, but we'll worry about that later. And we'll have that to merge in. That doesn't look perfect, but as I said, it doesn't really matter. We only need to connect this one really, and we will start with it. We'll filter side here a little bit, trying to go 120 and try not to go too long to get this big, these big dig downs, but we're not really getting away from it, no matter what we're doing. So that is something we don't want to do though, but we are going to have to do it, I guess, here. Since we are having it flat, for some reason it keeps it really flat. Of course, that is nice for the speed, but just what I were talking about very recently, I kind of want to build it like how it supposedly, I feel like, should have been built at that time. So yeah, but that looks all right. That looks totally all right, actually. So yeah, I'm not too happy with that part of the leg, actually. Feels like it's been a little bit too heavy on making it correct, so to say. So for Sturbacken here, sorry again for the camera work here, I think we'll try to demolish. Will we demolish that much? I think we will, actually. So going against my own ideas there for that time, I think we want to place this one pretty much bang on the road here. We'll have pretty much the same concept here. We'll do 3 tracks, 2 obviously for this this line, and 1 extra for whatever we might feel doing. So we could have definitely an alternate track running to Jutkorn. So the run taking to Brunflo one of the times and one of the times to Jutkorn could definitely possibly do a round line against around Brunflo, Storbacken to Jutkorn as well. So we'll see what sort of ideas we will get. And yeah, while we're building here, we'll get straight over this first before we do anything. Now what is those these things? Oh, it was only the signs that looked extremely blue there actually. But yeah, while we're getting in with this, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying this episode and this series. And if you are doing that, you should also hit the subscribe button to follow along the series and throughout the series. Follow along the series throughout the series. Yeah, that's very smart promotional stuff to say. Right, or it isn't really, but you should stick around and follow if you want to do that, of course, and see how bad we fail or what craziness we do here in this series and this game. Probably isn't that crazy at all, or more crazy than anyone else, but hey, we can at least say that it is, and now know that it's wrong. But yeah, do that, and if you want to be super duper sure of not missing out on anything, you can hit that small notification bell once you hit subscribe, I believe. So I guess this is a tunnel. Kind of want to do it so it goes correctly all the way. Where is the tunnel? Oh. Only tunnel, yeah, only tunnel there. Then we are having road, tunnel, road, or well, not road, but surface track, and a small tunnel. I actually really like that. I feel like, well, you could argue for going around, but I feel like this is a small tunnel, so this should probably be sort of viable, at least here in 1884. So let's do like that. I feel like we a little bit of a better angle. And let's get in like that. And avoid all of this craziness. We'll have a little bit of a slope here going down. And then pretty flat. Now then, unfortunately this will mean that we will be having a bit of a demolition party here in Brunflo. So we are coming in on the middle line for some reason, and I think we pretty much set up for these 2 lines to be coming out here. So kind of want this one to go, yeah. Construction not possible. Is this possible? Yeah, it is possible. So I guess this track will have to be sort of a dead track, but that's fine. So removed, and can we connect to? Can, but we kill a little bit of a speed. But then again, we don't need to go 100k or more in the city. Alright, so we can come in here on a single track, that's fine. That's totally fine actually, for now at least. I don't know if we ever need to go on a second track. We're not on the same track as these now. So that is, as I said, alright. We got the commute service or the circling service for Brunflo Inn, of course. And the city growing here, quite nice. Taking a huge hit upwards, that's good. How are we fulfilling here with the fuel? We are a little bit behind here, I feel, yeah. So we should have one more here on the fuel supply. Managed vehicle. I want to... What do I want to... Clone selected vehicle. Yeah, there we go. So that should speed that up and we'll get that in a little bit faster. I don't think we're running anything here or losing anything here. We could be doing that also, not sure. So we should set up for Storbacken and for Halmstad here some internal circles, so to say. So we'll set up a little bit of a road here with some medium streets. Not really loving the angle, but kinda loving or really liking the arc there. And well, that makes much more sense, but we'll work a bit with angles here in this city, I guess. Oh, that wasn't me, but the AI taking some decisions, and well, that's fine. We'll just skip that, or will we? No, we'll give it an angle there also. Yep, we'll give it a bit of a building. Bus, tram, no tram, that is fine. We'll rotate. Now, this will be sort of a dead end doing this, but it will look super nice. So what we'll do is just add in some more street here just around it to get the AI to understand that they can build here. We'll have it around, go with a bend. Very ineffective way of doing things, but sometimes you can have a little bit fun and do that as well, I guess. So, should we put it here? It's dead end now, but it will not be later. But there it is. We need some bus and tram stops, of course. We're going to go in a circle. We are going to encourage growth up out here. We'll start with a stop there. We'll do a stop there. We'll do... Oh, this is so strange, but we'll do one there. And what do we do? Yeah, we can do one here also, I guess. It's a bit... No, we'll skip that. We'll do like that. And a new line. Add station. Lower Storbacken to Wallenbergsgatan to Yrvädersgatan. Towards Jakob Dalsgatan and then to Penselgatan. So this is circle... Where are we? Don't know where we are, so it's just a circle. Circle Storbacken, alright. Alright, so I actually did absolutely the wrong thing. So this is just line 1 that we're changing to circle, stor. Stor. Like that. And let's have a few vehicles here. So we're still, well, the droshky, is that new? I think that's new. Yeah, that's new. So we'll do the droshky, I guess. Or pretty poor lifespan actually, but yeah, we'll do the droshky. We can do 3, I guess, to start with. And to circles 2. And to Halmstad. We'll got to set something up here for Halmstad. Halmstad is pretty big and has a pretty good connection here actually, and really straight lines, and I think we'll do trams here. Definitely feeling trams here actually. Tram track, yes. Kind of want 2 platforms. Wonder if we can get that in though. Not there, unfortunately. And where then? Do we want it on the opposite side? I guess we can have that. Do we want platforms like we want 2 on both sides, so this will be a really central hub later down the line, quite possibly. We'll do medium there. Yeah, like that. We'll have a small road just to get in the street connection. And then we'll upgrade things here with the tram track. So, like that. So, we'll just go around town. Not decided yet if we're going around there or not, so we'll ensure that both works with the doubling up there. And a tram depot. Smack bang in the middle, in the industrial area. And we'll do a new line here. Can't. We need the stops first. Stops. Right, so we'll have them just a little bit everywhere. We'll encourage growth out towards that side, hopefully. Something like that. And we'll do, yeah. So it will be Upper Halmstad towards Bergkristallgatan, Amerikagatan, Egnahemsvägen to Påskbergsgatan, and then Ljungmansgatan and last Örgrytevägen. So circle. Was this Halmstad? Yeah, it was. So actually right the first time around, so that's pretty nice. That doesn't happen too often, so let's do trams here. And I guess Ivan or Dampf Tramp. I think we'll do Ivan with faster loading speed, longer lifespan, and a little bit less emission also. Yeah, we'll do Ivan. And we'll do 3 trams there and set them to the circle. And we'll call it an episode here. So next time around we'll set up the trains for this line properly all the way up. And quite possibly add in a few more trains or upgrade trains or do more trains things. After all, it's pretty much a train game, at least at this stage of the game. We are doing, of course, having boats and airplanes a bit like that, but more trains really to see in the next episode. So I'll see you then, and thank you so much for watching today. Thank you and bye-bye. You have been watching RawSlowGaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.